Hey neighbors, it's your buddy next door, Mason Stewart, and guess what? We're back again. That's right. 2 weeks in a row, we're doing good again. So, we got a little bit to talk about today. It's gonna be a good talk, and then we've got a very interesting food adventure. So make sure you're watching all the way through to the very end. So let's jump right into kind of this week review. I was able to get one voiceover job, so that's good. $250. So I mean, it's something. Can't say too much other than that. Um, but it's not like going to be a repeat customer or anything, just based off of how that job was obtained. So a little bit of a bummer there, but it shows that I can still do this, which brings us to the main focus. I've talked about this a lot before on if I'm going to continue voiceover, different things like that, the definition of success, different things like that. We've talked about all of this on the podcast. And I in for lack of any better words, this last week I had a little bit of a mental breakdown, and I was struggling very much in feeling inadequate, not just in voiceover, but being able to provide for myself and my wife and eventually our future kids through voiceover. Is it time to just throw in the towel because the industry's saying it doesn't want me? Different things like that. But more so than that, imposter syndrome hitting me. It was getting to my self worth and my evaluation of myself and my skills and my success. And that was leading me to depression and anxiety and a lot of other not fun stuff. But I was able to talk with my dad for about 30 minutes this week while he was kind enough to speak with me on vacation, kind of help me through this. And we had a long discussion about this, and in particular, like a spiritual side of it, since we're both very religious. I won't bring that into here since this is just kind of it's not a religious podcast in any way, but I know that it would that my religion and the peace that I can feel through it was one of the main factors of me being able to get out of that slump. And I'm not in a different place. That's funny enough to say. I'm still struggling with the idea of knowing where I am in voiceover, and if this is something I can continue and to make a living off of, or if this was just a thing that God provided for me in my life to give me experience in different aspects of the world, in connecting, marketing, learning about different things like that. There's so many different things that I've learned through voiceover that I wouldn't have learned any way else. And so there are a lot of ways that you can view hardship. And I'm trying to look at mine as I am working forward. Excuse me. I am working forward. No, that's not the word. It's not working. I'm looking. There we go. Guys, I don't know what my brain was doing right there. I'm looking forward to whatever it brings. If it means I don't do voiceover and I take all the skills that I have learned and adding it to something new, then I'm excited for that adventure. I'm trying not to be a doomer about what is and isn't going to happen and trying to figure that all out, because that's an impossible task. I'm never going to be able to figure that out on my own. That's something that has to come with time. And so right now, like I've said in the past, I'm going to keep doing voiceover. We're going to keep pushing through. We're going to keep powering through. And I'm going to try to make these weekly updates a little bit more pertinent, better. I don't know what to say. But trying to make it a little less serious and a little bit more fun, a little upbeat. We'll see what happens, though. So that was kind of like the big thing this week. Other than work, doing voiceover, playing some Overwatch, we were able to celebrate my brother-in-law's birthday. My in-laws and my family, on my wife's side, love a restaurant around here in Utah called Leatherby's. Now, This was a place before marrying and meeting my wife I had never been to. I had never even heard of it, to be honest. But they love the place, and that's where a lot of our birthday celebrations and stuff go. They have amazing ice cream. I will give them that. Like, they have some amazing ice cream, some hot fudge. I mean, like classic kind of like ice cream shop ice cream. It's really good. Really, really good. And my brother-in-law swears by their burgers, and so I decided I was going to get one. I ended up getting the mushroom and Swiss burger that they had. It was actually really good. I'm not going to say it was like as good as like a Five Guys or anything, but like I would much rather have that burger that I had than I would like an In-N-Out burger. But that's just me. I know there are a lot of people that love In-N-Out. I think it's all just your nostalgia talking, but I mean, that's besides the point, right? That's besides the point. But yeah, that my week was kind of boring, and that's why I feel like these weekly update videos maybe get a little bit stale, and that's why we do food adventures, kind of spice it up sometimes, try out something new. It's always a good time. And my sister, last time I saw her, was saying that even if voiceover doesn't work out, that I should continue doing some type of like food review content, things like that. So we'll definitely keep doing it. I enjoy doing that kind of stuff. I think it would be super fun. There's a lot of reaction, taste testing stuff out on the internet, so I'm not thinking this is going to like take off and become something, but I mean, it's fun, and you guys enjoy it, and so that's why I'm going to keep doing it. But that's going to end our weekly recap, and we'll jump straight into our food adventure, because last week when I got that prickly pear, I actually grabbed 2 more items that I wanted to use on food adventures. So we've got 2 weeks worth planned out. And guess what? Today we've got a Pringles can. You guys see that? It's a Pringles can. You can see it's a Pringles can. And this one is available only at Walmart. I didn't know this when I bought it, but it's only available at Walmart, which is where I happened to go and buy the last week's food adventure stuff. But the flavor of these Pringles is Philly cheesesteak. Now, I may not have mentioned it here on the podcast blog, but I love Philly cheesesteaks. And more accurately, there's a place called DP Cheesesteaks. It stands for Downtown Philly Cheesesteaks. And they make amazing cheesesteaks. And I'm very sad because there was one at the Point of the Mountain in Lehigh, and that was the closest one to me, and now it's like way, 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 way past that. And it makes me sad, because now I can't get cheesesteaks as often as I would like. But maybe, just maybe, Pringles here has delivered a chip that I can use to satiate those urges, that craving. So let's give it a shot. Philly cheesesteak. Also, Pringles is trolling Lay's and all the bagged chips. They got a little thing here, and it says, "Nothing half full about this can," saying their can is full of chips, whereas like you get a bag of chips, it's got all that air so that they don't get crushed in packing. Very funny. Very, very funny. Okay, immediately, give it a smell. It's a very mild smell. Little hint of cheese. I don't get like a steak smell, but I mean, I wasn't kind of assuming that I would, since it's just a Pringle. So, as always, you got to start with one chip, see how the flavor works, and then see what the optimal number of chips it takes to get the right flavor that they're going for. So, let's give it a shot. Pringles Philly cheesesteak. I'm going to go 2 chips here in a second. Hold on. You know what? They kind of nailed it. I'm not going to say it tastes like meat. Don't get me wrong. But the taste of, like, you get that onion, that, like, caramelized onion flavor mixed in with the cheese. And then you get, like, a little hint of, like, meat. And, like chip meat. Because, obviously, things aren't going to taste like meat in chips. But you kind of get that bready taste because of the potato in the chip. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Pringles. I see you, Pringles. Pringles Philly cheesesteak. We are going to go ahead. We're going to give these a 7 out of 10. They're definitely not going on like my top tier of chips, but this is really good. This is really good. Pringles, make this available everywhere. Everybody should try it at least once. I think it's delicious. Give it a shot. But that's going to go ahead and end our episode this week. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me once again here in the booth, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.